Welcome back to my F1 2014 career mode of Sauber. Today we're at the US Grand Prix, or Austin, or I'll be honest, in 2015 I can't remember what it was called. Unfortunately, last race marked the end of my point streak. Of course, thanks once again to Ricciardo. Oh, that's really bad from me. We've got 3 races to go, so hopefully we can end the 3 races on a high, and hopefully we can actually beat Magnussen. I've really made this P10 in the standings difficult for myself, when it should have been, I could be P9 currently if I'd not been an idiot. But 3 races to go, let's jump to the US Grand Prix and see if we can get some redemption after Russia. Now this may shock you, but qualifying was really boring. You draw me at the end of Q1, it's an absolutely terrible final corner, but we come up to the line, we cross the line, go P8, and that's Q1. We end up in P9, Rosberg and Hamilton have set an identical lap time, and Adrian Sutil is comfortably in last place, so absolutely nothing out of the ordinary in Q1. Q2 was a little more tense at the end of Q2. I currently sit P10 on my final lap, and through Sector 3 you can see it wasn't a great lap, and by not a great lap I of course mean absolutely shit. Coming through the fast triple right-hander, the understeer of the car just gets me, understeer wide, and that marks the end of my final run. It was a terrible lap all round. I didn't show all of it, but from the very start in the S's of Sector 1, it was just a shocking lap, so I ended up giving up. So I give up on the lap, honestly probably 2 sectors late. We're still currently P10. Never mind, thanks game.
Welcome! You join us here in Austin, Texas for what is sure to be an exciting day's racing. The 2 o'clock start is drawing near, so let's head down to the grid for the US Grand Prix. If you want to send your rivals a message, then really there's no better way than to breeze qualifying, take pole position, and then claim you didn't have to push all that hard in doing so. Talk about being full of confidence.
He'll want to end this weekend on a high after yesterday's fantastic performance, but he's going to have a lot of competition. I doubt he'll be expecting an easy race, especially considering the teams around him.
So what would you have been doing overnight if you were Lewis?
Did anyone else notice that Crofty and Ant couldn't even bring themselves to say Nico's name? So let's take a look at this strategy. What a surprise, is a load of shit.
I am shocked and appalled.
I decided to start on the prime tyres just so I can go for a 2-stop and don't have to worry about it. We're P12 for the US Grand Prix. We have 5 lights. Lights out, and we're very slow off the line. As always, losing the back end and dropping all the way down to P15. P16, we're going to dive the inside of everyone, along with Nico Hülkenberg. I was very scared about Nico Hülkenberg just diving me as well, but somehow we've got back up into P12. There's got to be some kind of script that allows you to get back up into position after a shit start. Because the amount of times I've done it, it can't be a coincidence. We run to the back of Button, luckily don't pick up any damage. On a slower tyre, we've just got to make the most of this opening stint, hopefully stay with the cars ahead. We've got a yellow flag behind. Probably Maldonado, let's not worry about that. We've got to focus on our own race because clearly these tyres have absolutely no grip on the opening lap. I'm not optimistic about staying with Button. We've got another yellow flag, we've got Perez behind, he's obviously just going to breeze past me down the straight. Shock. I am sick of seeing the Force Indias breeze past me. I cannot wait to drive something with any sort of power next season. We go back up the inside of Perez because the AI can't do corners. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage in Sector 3 and pull away from... Nope, of course not. These tyres are very cold right now. We need to get some heat into them. Not that I'm at all convinced that tyre temps mean anything in this game, but we'll start beside of Perez into turn number 1. He easily has the move on me and then decides he's just going to pull out of it. Honestly, that's one of the more weird battles I've had with the AI. He was literally ahead of me and just slams on the brakes because reasons. I like number 6. We're sort of staying with the top 11. We can see Magnussen up ahead, our championship rival. We're not really. We're sort of catching him in the corners, and then we get to the straight, and obviously he just kind of drives away, although we have distanced ourselves from Perez, maybe because he's just braking on the exit of corners. That could be one of the strategies that's really messing with his race. Or it could be the fact that his tyres are absolutely shot, because as we come on to lap number 7, we've got cars in the pit, Magnussen pits, as does I think Jean Verne. We're up into P9 as we head down towards turn number 1. Oh joy, we're right behind Ricciardo. We might go side by side. Nope, we don't get the exit out of turn 1. Honestly, thank God, I do not want to battle this guy anymore. I'm happy for him to just drive away. I don't want to be anywhere near him. And through the S's, you can see fresh tyres and the aero of the Red Bull. It's a lot better than worn prime tyres and the downforce of my Sauber. As always, I plan to stretch these tyres out as long as they would go, see what I can get out of them, then decide what tyres we go for our final stop. But because of this, obviously, as always, we just slowly make up positions thanks to pit stops, and then get eaten up by faster cars down the straights. Obviously, we're basically just being a mobile chicane for the cars around us now. As we come on to lap number 9, we're still going to stay out. The tyres still feel relatively good, at least when you don't compare to the cars around me, because I'm not racing them. Alonso obviously gets past me, so does Bottas into turn number 1. We've got Ricciardo on the inside coming out the pit, and Ricciardo... That's not Ricciardo, it's Raikkonen, you fucking moron. Obviously Alonso and Bottas get by me into turn number 1, but we've got Ricciardo. It's fucking Raikkonen, you idiot. Alonso and Bottas get by me into turn 1. Raikkonen is coming out of the pit on the inside and then just goes straight into the side of his teammate. So we get the undercut. It's a cutback. Oh my god. Oh, I've ruined what should be such a great moment. Alonso and Bottas get by me. Raikkonen is coming out the pit and into turn number 1. He drives straight into the side of his teammate. I get a beautiful cutback on 3 cars. I should really just move on. I've ruined the moment. Coming on to the back straight, we've got Alonso, Raikkonen and Bottas behind me. We're on in rich mix. I think. Alonso gets by me, but somehow Bottas and Raikkonen don't make a move down towards turn number 12. But as you saw, my tyres are pretty bad by this point, and coming on to the pit straight, I've got a feeling I will not be in P7 as we come up to turn number 1. It's a terrible run at the final corner. Raikkonen gets by me. Bottas gets by me. Are we going to do the same as we did in turn number 1 the previous lap? Nope. Bottas and Raikkonen keep it nice and clean. We're down to P9. Still on these warm prime tyres. I believe I'll be pitting at the end of this lap. Nope, for some reason I felt the need to stretch it out for one more lap. Why? I don't know. I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you, but we're coming to the pit at the end of lap number 11. We're going to be going on to the option tyres, see how long they last. Maybe we'll go options at the end. Despite definitely setting out for one lap at least too long, we only come out on P14, which honestly isn't bad at all. What the hell was that first corner? So my second stint consisted of taking the life out of these option tyres, making up the huge amount of time I'd lost thanks to not pitting early enough, giving myself a decent shot on the final stint on what's likely going to be the prime tyres. On lap 13 we catch them to the back of Kvyat, Massa and Perez, who clearly their option tyres are dead at this point. We make short work of Kvyat as Perez comes into the pit. Massa stays out. On brand new option tyres compared to Massa's worn tyres, can we overtake the Williams in a straight line out of the final corner? Kind of. We almost pull alongside, and using what we learned in the Caterham career, we scare them offline into turn number 1, go up into P8 thanks to pit stops. By lap 17 my tyres weren't completely gone, but they definitely weren't great. We had Button behind. I think we're going to stay out for one more lap, definitely go for the prime tyres at the end for the final 11 laps. We're having to battle the car at the final corner, and down the pit straight, it's not even going to be a contest between myself and Button. He's on fresh option tyres, and yeah, I mean, we've seen it many times. I try and find a turn number 1, try and get the power down early, but it all ends with a half spin. Thankfully no damage, but it did help me make the decision to come into the pit at the end of this lap. Oh, you fucking moron, why haven't you pit? You know, sometimes I really hate myself watching these races back. Pull into the pit, 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 pull into the pit. Thank fuck. Oh, for Christ's sake, man. Okay, end of lap 20. Despite our best efforts to bin it, we're in the pit. What tyres are we going on to? For fuck's sake. So for the final stint, we're going to have to battle my favourite car, the Toro Rosso, for P9. This should be an easy move. I'm pretty sure his tyres are off at this point, or at least he's on the prime tyres. I'm on fresh options. You can see through the S's. Okay, it wasn't a competition, thank God. I've absolutely cruised right. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Great move. It wasn't a great move, that was messy as fuck. But we're up into P9. We now jump to lap number 27. I am behind a lapped Grosjean. I'm sure this is to show the fantastic blue flag system in this game. Does he get out of my way? Does he fuck? Okay, we're on a straight now. Is he going to get out of the way now? Nope. Maybe he's going to run wide at the hairpin? Nope. Is he just going to pull to the left-hand side down the straight? Nope. Thankfully, Grosjean doesn't cause me any issues. I didn't really need to lap him, and thankfully my tyres are dead anyway, so he wasn't holding me up. Vern wasn't an issue because I'm pretty sure he did come into the pit after I'd overtaken him. Nope, he's right there. I stand corrected. But regardless, coming through the final corner, we're going to come home for a P9 finish, 2 more points to add to our tally, back into the points after a disappointing Russia. I feel like I could have got more there, had my strategy been smart. How close was I to button any? Nope, I was not getting P8. I got the best result out of the car I could. Lewis Hamilton wins the US Grand Prix ahead of Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel. We've managed to perfectly counteract what happened in Russia, because in Russia, Magnussen finished P9 and we finished P11. This race, we finished P9 and Magnussen is P11. In the Drivers' Championship, Hamilton now leads by 14 points over Rosberg with 2 races to go. But with double points at the final race, unlike in real life, in this season, they might actually matter. Obviously, we're still behind Kevin Magnussen. Once again, 4 points behind him, 2 races to go. In the Constructors, those 2 points move Sauber back ahead of Force India. I'm really hoping I beat Force India by more than 1 point, just so I can take full credit away from Sutil. I don't want him to have any part in this victory against the Force Indias.